YouTube. It's Christopher. Boy, this is cool. What I have in my hands here is an Epiphone Alex Lifeson Signature Axcess Les Paul. It has a Floyd Rose on it. That makes me very happy. That means I can actually have a Les Paul that stays in tune. Imagine that. This thing's pretty sick looking. It comes in this ruby red finish with all gold hardware. It's got a mahogany body. It's got what they call a quadruple A quilted maple veneer, which quadruple A, I don't know. Not a lot of heavy quilt going on that top. It doesn't look like. I'm trying to make it so it doesn't reflect and blind you out. But it's okay. It's triple bound on the body, which I think I said was mahogany. It's also got a mahogany neck. It's also got medium jumbo frets, big block abalone inlays. Are they abalone? Perloid. I think they're just perloid. Ebony fretboard. R4 locking nut. Alex Lifeson's signature on the truss rod cover. You got the diamond on the headstock there, also triple bound. This is a slim, rounded profile. We got Grover tuners on the back. We got this Axcess heel contour, which is why they call it the Axcess. And it helps a lot. It doesn't quite give you unrestricted access up to the top frets. And I'll show you what I mean. So it is carved out and it's way more comfortable when you come up here. You're not hitting a giant block. However, you do hit here, same as you would on any normal Les Paul. It stops you dead. So it's nice that that's there. If you're a thumb behind guy, maybe that helps a little bit, but I'm a thumb over guy. So for me, my pinky, where it stops, is not at the 22nd fret. I have to stretch to get that 22nd fret. But minor thing, it is a Les Paul. It comes with the territory. Beautiful guitar. It's got a Floyd Rose 1000 series in there. It's pretty nice. It's very stable. For pickups, this has a Burstbucker Pro, a Pro Bucker 3 in the bridge position, which I think is Alnico 5. And in the neck, he went with a really hot ceramic, Epiphone Ceramic Pro, that's called, in the neck. And it's pretty hot. Like, it kind of unbalanced a bit. So what I ended up having to do in my setup, as you can see, maybe, I buried the neck pickup so that it would equal out a little bit with the volume of the bridge pickup. I did some stuff to this. I just got this today. It comes in a hard shell case, which is here behind me. Beautiful case. $12.99, a little steep for an Epiphone, right? But man, this thing is nice. It's got some other cool things going on. It's got some coil taps and some phase switching that happens. So on the bridge side of things, you got a bridge volume, bridge tone. On the bridge volume, it pulls up and splits into a single coil, which is pretty cool. Comes in very handy for the selection of multiple tones. Same thing to be said on the volume pot for the neck pickup. Splits that into single coil. It also splits the neck pickup. It doesn't split it. It actually turns it out of phase on the tone knob for the neck. Don't have the out of phase for the bridge, just for the neck, which I thought was a weird choice, but that's cool. I kind of like the sound of an out of phase bridge pickup in conjunction with an out of phase neck pickup. It's a good tone. Don't know why they didn't do it on the fourth one. But, again, a minor nitpick. Two things that I think are issues with this guitar. The first being most Floyd Rose locking nuts will have a bar behind it, which puts equal tension on the strings behind the nut. And this is an important feature if you're not going to tilt your headstock back further than that, right? That's a good angle, but what ends up happening is if you take these locking pads off, your string is above the surface of the nut underneath that pad there, where it's against in the front. So when you lock this down, you're actually pushing that string down a lot to lock it down. And what it does is it pitches up the string when you lock these guys. So you unlock them, tune your guitar, you're like, perfect, lock it all up. The whole guitar is way above where it's supposed to be in tuning. So what you end up having to do is unlock, tune below your tuning, lock it, and then fine tune. It's a little issue. If they had put the bar behind here, no problem, because what that bar does is it pulls the string down so that it's laying flat across that R4 nut, or the Floyd Rose nut. That way, when you lock it, it's not going to change the pitch of the strings. That's what that bar in the back is used for, if you didn't know that. Very good to have. Why they didn't include it here, I don't know, because it's got to be obvious to the manufacturer when you string it up and tune it and lock it, it's out of tune. Pain in the butt. Most people would probably agree setting up a Floyd Rose is a pain in the butt. So if you're going to be a beginner guitar and you're a beginner guitarist and you want a new guitar, think twice before you buy one with a Floyd Rose, because I've been doing this a long time and it still takes me an hour to set up a Floyd Rose bridge. Just going back and forth between the tunings, especially when you don't have a little thing like that with the tension bar behind the nut. That's one thing. What was the other thing that I had a problem with? Couldn't have been too big of a problem because I can't remember what it was. I thought it had to do with something back here. I'll think of it. Let's get some tones going. Okay, so right now we're going to go through all the pickups and all its configurations. We're on my clean channel. We're starting off in the bridge position. Here's how the full humbucker sounds, clean channel. We split that. Middle position, which is both full humbucking. Here's with the bridge split, middle position. With the bridge and the neck split. Here's with the bridge split and the neck in out of phase. humbucker on the bridge, out of phase in the neck. Very nasally sounding. Okay, so here's the neck pickup, full humbucker. Very, very, very warm sounding. Neck split. Neck out of phase. Doesn't have that nasally tone when it's just by itself. It's only when you add the bridge. I kind of wonder if that out of phase is just when it's in the middle. Yeah, I don't think it does anything when it's just the neck. I don't hear a difference. Do you? Let me know in the comments. That's a little bizarre. So it only works in the middle. Doesn't affect the bridge pickup at all. So yeah, that's an interesting little thing. It makes, I guess it puts these two out of phase from one another. Interesting. I kind of dig it, but I don't at the same time. Is that weird? I don't know. Only middle. Cool. So there's the clean tones. Let's bump up the gain a little bit and hear how these guys sound. We're gonna put on my classic rock patch that I'm using in the Archetype Petrucci. My mutton chops patch gives me a classic rock tone if you haven't seen my videos before. By the way, I did a full setup on this as soon as I pulled it out of the case. I do on almost every guitar I ever buy. It's rare that I keep it stock to do my videos. I have to change the strings. I've never bought a brand new guitar that had a good set of strings on it. I've always had to change them. Even on higher end guitars, it's always, I put my strings on and it comes to life. Did the same thing in this. I put D'Addario 11 to 49s, NYXLs, and I'm tuned down a half step to E flat. And it's nice and slinky because this is 24.75 inch scale length. Split. Strings are brand new, so is the guitar. I don't expect the tuning to be completely stable yet. But it ain't bad. Middle, both humbuckers. Bridge split. Neck split. Neck, or that weird out of phase thing. Kind of like it with some gain. Kind of a Knopfler-esque type of tone. I wish I could play some Knopfler stuff, but I can't. Never learned it. Well, once upon a time I did, I just don't remember it. Interesting. Neck pickup. Neck split. Go to some high gain here. Where are you? Her majestic boom. And this guitar is awesome for high gain. Is that split? Middle full. That was middle with the neck split. Sorry about that. Here's middle full. Now here's that out of phase thing. I can barely hear it. Oh yeah, you can. I kind of dig this out of phase tone in the high gain. That's what it kind of reminds me. If you're a Striper fan, I am. I love Striper. That's kind of part of their tone, it seems like. It's got that really nasally, like... That was sad. Sometimes when you get new strings, new springs, all the above, it takes a little bit for it to settle. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna use this out of phase middle position a lot. Kind of like a cocked wah sound. That's really cool. That's awesome that there's an actual use for that out of phase tone that I thought sounded like crap on the clean. We dig that. Here's a neck pickup. Neck split. There you go, man. This guitar is very awesome. that middle position out of phase. That sounds so cool. I cannot for the life of me remember what my second problem was with this guitar. And it's going to bug me because there's this thing up here, and I had one more thing that I wanted to talk about that I thought they should do better. And I for the life of me can't remember. Now I do. It's the knobs. So the knobs are nice, but they're too smooth. If you're going to do push-pull on these kind of knobs, like, you really have to work to get a good grip on these to pull them up and pop them. That's my only other gripe. If you're going to do push-pulls on this kind of guitar, have some grippy knobs, because these are smooth, you know what I mean? Or do push-push pots. It's not tough. You know, it's one pot or the other. A push-push pot is, in my opinion, the best thing, because you just slap it and it works, then you slap it and it shuts off. It makes very quick, easy handling. So that's it. I had two problems. The smoothness of the knobs for push-pull, and the lack of a string retainer behind the nut for the Floyd Rose. Other than that, this guitar is awesome. It surprised me. Believe it or not, this is the first Epiphone I've ever bought in my life. It's Alex Lifeson, so I kind of had to have it because Rush is awesome. Alex Lifeson is the man, and having a Les Paul with a Floyd Rose on it is pretty sick, in my opinion. I'm sure once this thing stretches in with the strings and the springs and all that stuff, it's going to be rock solid. Right now it's a little bit, tiny bit unstable, which in my experience, it's because of new strings, new springs. About a week, it'll be settled. And I think this is really good. Is it worth $12.99? It's kind of up to you. I think so. I think this is a very righteous guitar for the money. It comes with a hard shell case and a Floyd Rose 1000. There are other guitars that I've seen that are, you know, Jacksons or something like that, that are like around $1,000 with a special, Floyd Rose special, which, no thank you. 1,000 is the base for me, like going from there. Obviously, I would prefer a German one, but or even a Schaller over this, but it's going to be plenty stable. I've had my fair share of Floyd Rose 1000s. Excellent guitar. Check them out for yourself. These, I guess, just came out because I saw them yesterday, believe it or not, and I ordered it yesterday, and it showed up today. And I ordered from Z Zounds, or however you want to say it, Zounds, and they obviously have a warehouse very close to where I live, and this was here less than 24 hours later. Pretty awesome. So thank you, Z Zounds, or Zounds, however the hell you say your business name. Killer guitar. Check them out. This video is way longer than I expected it to be, but you got a lot of push-pulls. You got to explore that stuff. So see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. If you're still watching, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.